a coyote howling in the distance. But the howl turns into a human scream. They say if you hear your name called in the desert, don't answer and definitely don't look. Because out here in the Badlands of Arizona, there are predators that wear skins like we wear clothes. Tonight's story is about Caleb. He whistled back at the dark. And something whistled back. My name is Caleb. I took a gig house sitting for my uncle in Holbrook, Arizona. It's miles from civilization. Just red dirt, sagebrush, and silence. The first 3 nights were fine. Just me and my uncle's blue heeler dog, Buster. But on the 4th night, the smell hit us. It smelled like copper and rotting meat, like a roadkill that had been baking in the sun for a week. Buster, usually a brave dog, whimpered. He crawled under the couch and refused to come out. I went onto the porch with my flashlight. "Hello?" I called out. "Anyone out there?" The desert was dead silent. Even the crickets had stopped. Then I heard it. From the darkness, a voice called back, "Hello." My blood ran cold. It was my voice. It sounded exactly like a recording of me, played back on a bad speaker. I backed into the house and locked the door. I grabbed my uncle's shotgun from the cabinet. My hands were shaking. "Who's there?" I shouted through the door. The voice replied instantly. "Who's there? Who's there?" It was mocking me. Then it changed. It stopped sounding like me. It started sounding like my mom. "Caleb, let me in. It's cold." My mom lives in Ohio. There's no way she was in Arizona. But the voice, it sounded so real. It had her cadence, her warmth. Buster started growling from under the couch, a low, guttural sound. Then the scratching started. Screech, scratch. Long, slow scratches on the roof. It wasn't a person. No person can climb a sheer wall that fast. I sat in the living room. Gun pointed at the door. The smell was seeping under the door frame now. It was making me gag. Heavy, uneven footsteps. Thump. Drag. Thump. Drag. Like something walking on 2 broken legs. I looked at the window. The curtains were thin. I saw a silhouette. It looked like a coyote. It had the pointed ears, the snout. But it was standing upright. It was 6 feet tall. It pressed its face against the glass. I saw its eyes. They weren't animal eyes. They were human eyes. Blue, intelligent, and filled with hate. It tapped on the glass with a claw. Tap, tap, tap. And then it smiled. A dog's mouth isn't supposed to smile like a man. It stretched too wide. It opened its mouth and spoke in my mom's voice again. "Are you scared, Caleb?" I didn't think. I just fired. The glass shattered. Imagine shooting at a nightmare hoping it bleeds. Most people say they would fight, but when you see something that breaks the laws of nature, your brain freezes. If you would have hidden instead of shooting, hit subscribe. Let's see who the survivors are. I pumped the shotgun. I waited for a body to fall, but there was nothing, just a high-pitched laughter. It sounded like a hyena mixing with a witch. The footsteps ran off, but they were fast, too fast. I heard them cross the gravel driveway in a split second. I stayed awake all night, clutching the gun. When the sun came up, I went outside. There was blood on the porch. Dark, black blood. But the footprints? They started as coyote prints, but 10 feet away, they turned into human bare feet, and then they just vanished. I packed my bags and left that morning. I didn't even lock up. My uncle called me a week later. He asked why I left the door open. He said Buster was missing. I didn't tell him what happened, but sometimes, late at night here in the city, I get phone calls from a blocked number. I don't pick up because I know if I do, I'll hear my own voice saying, "Hello?" Some things are better left unanswered. Tell me in the comments, do you believe in the Skinwalker legends? Or was this just a wild animal and a tired mind? Comment. Don't whistle if you know the rules. I am David, and this is Pure Dread Stories. Until next time, sleep with one eye open.